Greg Bakun here. Like you, I love good, fresh, delicious food. So I want to tell you about this treasure in Roseville called Maverick's Real Roast Beef. Maverick's has the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had. Made fresh every order. Add fries or onion rings dropped in the fryer when ordered, and you have a winning combination. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has a lot more than roast beef, so check out their website, mavericksbeef.com, or check out their restaurant on Lexington in Roseville. Moonstone Minneapolis is a queer-owned community-focused gift shop in South Minneapolis centered on curiosity, connection, and self-discovery. Explore astrology, tarot, crystals, herbs, mindfulness, and spiritual practices in a welcoming environment for all backgrounds and experience levels. Located at 3304 East Lake Street in Minneapolis, Moonstone Minneapolis also hosts makers markets, classes, and community events. Learn more at moonstonempls.com and discover a welcoming place to explore with curiosity and respect. Greg Bakun here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to theandersonhousehotel.com.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Overnight, a chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low of 65. Then Thursday, a chance of showers and storms in the afternoon with a high of 83. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has the best roast beef sandwiches in the Twin Cities, but don't miss out on the chicken, fish, brisket, Philly steak, and more. Maverick's is located in Roseville on Lexington Avenue, 1 mile south of Highway 36. Visit mavericksbeef.com.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us. Share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story. This is our story. This is GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun.
And this is GhostBox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I also want to start off by saying what a great turnout tonight at Ghost Stories and Beyond. Really excited. So many people came out. So many people shared their experiences tonight, I think more so than we've had before, and really shared some very detailed and dare I say, intimate experiences. And I mean intimate, it's not easy for people to talk about spirit in terms of coming to you, or maybe a loved one, or, you know, putting yourself out there to be vulnerable, talking about what has happened to you in terms of ghost stories or whatever else. And it was a real positive night. I really enjoyed that quite a bit. So our next one, and this is a hard one for people to go to because it's the first Wednesday of the month in July. That would be July 1st. We're doing one. Come on out to Billy's right before the holiday weekend. And we're celebrating the 250th anniversary of the start of our country. We're going to be talking about ghost stories and ghost experiences we've had with military organizations, historic locations such as Gettysburg. We're going to be talking about reaching out to presidents and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Plus, if you have stories, want to hear those as well. Meanwhile, in Eden Prairie, we have Adam helming and keeping control of things tonight. How are you doing?
Doing all right tonight, sir. It was a lovely evening outside and got a chance to spend about 5 minutes out there before I had to come in and do this. But oh my God, it was just gorgeous here in the cities.
It was beautiful. It was a great night for ghost stories, like I said, but there is one thing that really, really turned me off tonight.
What's that?
I was driving home and the person in front of me was going the speed limit. And there is nothing worse than trying to drive home and you have somebody who's actually going the speed limit, not 3 miles above, not 5 miles above, just exactly on the right speed. And it's horrible. I'm sorry. I don't like it. Just get out of my way. And I couldn't get around them. And we drove for a long time, and it was painful. It probably took that road, I hate to say it, probably took me 3 times longer to get to where I needed to on that road than if I was just able to drive myself. So just kind of a really sad commentary on the way I drive, but still just stop.
It is. And just as a reminder, if you remember, we did have a police officer from Burnsville call in who could hear the show.
Yep.
You know, the police officers know everyone, and you've stated several times that you live in St. Michael. Don't think he's not going to be on the horn to the St. Michael people to watch out for the goth radio host. He speeds. We're kindred spirits, him and I. I don't think you have to worry about that. He's one of us. He's one of us. He's, turn a blind eye is what I believe is going to happen. So, yeah. So, Adam, how about some readings tonight, huh? I didn't bring anything here to read. Give me a second and I can start reading if you want me to.
We're all funny tonight. Yeah, no, it's so the last time we had Moon Girl-Mistress of the Paranormal on, she did live numerology readings, and we had a number of people who wanted readings, and these are not quite as straightforward as one question reading. There's a lot of information that she gives out, and so we promised that we were going to bring her back, and I gotta stress that doing the live numerology readings is not the only thing she does. She does so many different types of readings and mediumships and modalities, but I wanted to follow through on us saying that we're going to come back and do this, and then we'll bring her back again with something completely different. But I wanted to make sure she had the opportunity, and so I'm very happy to have her back. Moon Girl, welcome back to GhostBox Radio.
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me. I love coming on with you all.
Yeah, that's the spirit. No pun
My
intended.
favorite show to come on to.
Yeah, right. I remember watching another show you're on, and you said that too, but that's okay.
No, never.
So here
never.
we are.
You're my favorite.
Here we are. It's time to do different types of numerology readings, and so what we are doing tonight, and correct me when I inevitably get it wrong. Tonight, we are going to need in the comments, or they can call in, right? There's no reason not to call in, right? That I'm thinking of, or you just don't want to hear their voices. It's okay, one way or the other. But they can call in too, and you need their birth date, right?
Yes.
And then
digits. In digits, because I'm not good with math, even though we're doing math stuff. Just say 2/1885 or something. Don't give me November, blah blah. Just give me the numbers.
Yeah, none of this month name garbage, right? We just want numbers tonight, because that's funny enough, that's what numerology is, right? Numbers.
But I'm bummed.
Yeah, imagine that. So yeah, we need that. And then the type of numerology reading you're going to do tonight is life path, correct?
Yes, there's so many other ways you can do numerology readings. You can do a destiny, which is expression 2. People call it the heart's desire, soul urge. Of course, the one we're going to do tonight is the life path, also known as the soul path number, the dream number. But today we're going to focus on the life path because that's the most important one.
And so this is going to take, each reading. I've given Moon Girl the option to take as long as she wants on each reading, because there's a lot of information, and personally I want people to see how talented and wonderful she is, and give her the opportunity to do what she does best. So are you ready? Should we start this journey?
Absolutely. If there's anybody in the comments, yes. Let's go.
There sure is. The hybrid
one.
And so also, that's a good point. put your birth date in the comments, or you can call in if you want to, 952-946-6205, 952-946-6205. We go to the first one. Jason is in the comments. Jason, and just so you know, Moon Girl, Jason's the only one so far. So take your time. And can you see his date, or do you want me to read it to you? And I should say it because we're on radio.
Yes, if you can please read it to me. I can't see it.
It's and I almost forgot we're on the radio. So it's like, yeah, the people are at home like, and can you tell us? His birth date is 7/15/82. And just so you know, we're getting people putting it in the comments. So we are this is successful. So it's a nice start.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so the 7, right off the bat, this is someone who's definitely intelligent. So, and don't be bashful. I know you are. 7 is the number of the genius. Now, granted, this is not your life path number, but it's still a number that you are born with, imprinted on you. So 7, this is someone who also may need alone time to recharge. Not that you're an antisocial person, but you need your recharge time alone with the number 7. And again, this is someone who's very smart and energy are prone to accidents. So be very careful. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the 15, which is a 6. So this is very family oriented, or someone who family is of significance. And of course, to everyone, to an extent, families of significance. But this could be somebody where, whether they're good or bad, because remember, every number, if you're vibrating a high level, it has the, the good things. And if you're vibrating at a low level, it has not the such good things. But when I say that vibrating at a low level, I just want to make it clear. I don't mean that, oh my God, you're a horrible person or you're doing horrible things. This could be somebody who maybe is going through a rough patch. So they're vibrating on the lower level. Does that make sense? Because I don't want people to think like, oh my God, I'm a bad person or something, because that's not the case. There is some people who are, but not everyone. So let's do it.
In Moon Girl's just you're adding stuff up and stuff, right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yes.
Nope, you're good. You're good.
Okay. So then we also have 20 for 1982, which turns into a 2. Now, whenever we have a 0 at the end of a number, it amplifies the number in front of it. Okay. So this is somebody who can be giving, can be warm. This is someone who sometimes may put others before them, or can also be like a peacemaker person when you are vibrating at a high level. When someone's vibrating at a low level with the number 2, they can, again, maybe put people before them, self-sacrifice, those kind of things. Now, that's not your life path number. And I'm going to put it all together. So then that'll be your life path number.
Okay. I should have adding music that we play.
Yes.
And copyright free, for that matter, too.
Oh, yeah.
So
wow.
Jason's in for something good.
Life path 33. Now remember, we're going to break down all the numbers unless they're a master number, which would be 11, 22, and 33. 33 is a really number. This is someone who, again, when they're vibrating at a high level, they're like the master teacher. Okay. So even if they're not a physical teacher, this could be someone who people would learn a lot from. They can be, when they're, again, vibrating at a high level, they can be very spiritual, very open to spirituality, again, very bright. The fact that there's a 7 there and the 33, that's pretty impressive to me. So yeah, I like that a lot.
That's good. That's very good.
You can build things with this. You are someone who's been put on the earth to teach other people, to guide other people.
Now, should, I mean, at this point in someone's life, Jason is, was he 44 years old? He's going to be 44, or something like that. I don't like math. It's actually much more than that. But the thing is,
me neither. Ironically,
at this point, yeah, during numerology, that's why I can hear the calculator going over there. Is he aware of like what you're saying for him? Does he kind of, should he be like, yeah, no, that does match what I've been doing in my life? Like he can build upon it. He's strong. He's intelligent. You know what I mean?
Well, if he was vibrating at a high level, then yes. If he's vibrating at a lower level, maybe he resonates more with the lower things. So it depends.
He's 43. That was close.
Yeah.
Good for me. Is that everything for Jason then?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the queue. I just want to let you know.
Okay, great.
And I want to ask you, let me ask you this. Going at the speed you want, do you want to try to get through them all tonight?
I think we can, or at least most of them.
Because let me ask you this. We can go longer, not on the air, but we can keep our stream going if you want after the show. If we go over a little bit, would you be okay with that? Not too terribly long, but enough to try to fit people in if you're open to it.
I think so. I think we can do that.
All right. And Adam, let me know if I've just ruined your evening by saying that. So why don't we do this? Why don't we take a break here? When we come back, we're going to do more readings. There's a lot of people in the queue. We'll do our best to get through everybody. But we just want to let you know, Moon Girl's up for it. So let's see what happens. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakun here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com. Moonstone Minneapolis is a queer-owned, community-focused gift shop in South Minneapolis centered on curiosity, connection, and self-discovery. Explore astrology, tarot, crystals, herbs, mindfulness, and spiritual practices in a welcoming environment for all backgrounds and experience levels. Located at 3304 East Lake Street in Minneapolis, Moonstone Minneapolis also hosts makers markets, classes, and community events. Learn more at moonstoneMPLS.com and discover a welcoming place to explore with curiosity and respect. Greg Bakun here. I've been talking for a while about how spooky, fun, and fascinating the Minneapolis trolley tours are, but now there's big news. The Candlelight Ghost Tours now begin at the historic Pillsbury Club, a beautifully restored haunted mansion once owned by Charles Pillsbury himself. Believe it or not, the interior is nearly 200 years older than the exterior. How is that possible? You'll have to come out and find out. Before or after your tour, stop by the on-site market featuring a curated collection of handmade goods, artisan crafts, and locally inspired treasures. Perfect for picking up a keepsake to remember your haunting adventure. You'll also find exclusive spooky merchandise from Tales of the Crypt and Elvira. Then, climb aboard the climate-controlled trolley as we travel through Minneapolis's haunted hotspots, uncovering ghost stories that locals would rather keep buried. The mansion is restored to perfection, and there is no better way to spend an evening. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets and more information. Greg Bakun here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to theAndersonHouseHotel.com. And if you are wondering, like, oh, I missed ghost stories tonight, I want to take part in something like that, I just want to draw your attention. 1 week from tomorrow, Char Savoy and I are going to be over at Divine Lights in Anoka, and we're going to be conducting a paranormal investigation of this store. We do this monthly. Every month has gotten better and better, and we are getting very unique, incredible, responses, information, whatever. It's so much fun, and we're going in different parts of the store every time. It's really worth your time. Check it out. If you really want to try a paranormal investigation, you can do that. Or I'm going to draw your attention to June 12th, where we're going to be back at the Pillsbury Club doing another night of investigation at a massive mansion that is in my commercials. You hear me say it. The inside is older than the outside. It's truly a very unique location. It's wonderful. Both you can find out about the Divine Lights over at charvinity.com. You get tickets there. Pillsbury Club, go to minneapolistrolleytours.com and you get tickets there as well. And tonight we have Moon Girl-Mistress of the Paranormal. Moon Girl, how can people get a hold of you? Let me unmute you. I'm sorry, I muted you there. All right, how can we get a hold of you?
You guys can get a hold of me on my Instagram, Moon Girl-Mistress of the Paranormal, or on TikTok, Moon Girl-Mistress of the Paranormal as well, or YouTube, that's on Moon Girl Paranormal, most of the social medias, so feel free.
Please. And I really, as I always say, when we bring on talented folks, please consider getting a reading or seeing what she's up to, support what she's doing. She's giving her time freely to us tonight. Really would appreciate people doing the same, because as you can see, this is really interesting stuff. Are we ready for the next one? Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Absolutely. Moon Girl. Okay. Let's Cindy Bravo. Her birth date is November 4th, 1984. She's laughing. And she's adding up stuff right now. So when you hear the silence, stuff is happening. Things are going on. Getting us to the numbers there.
Okay. So, first of all, she's a life path number 1, but we're going to start from the beginning, okay? So 11, very charming, very charismatic. This is when you're vibrating at a high level. Again, remember, if you're vibrating low, high, it's a bit of a difference. But this is a great number. This is someone, again, who can be very charming. People are drawn to this person. It's also a very emotional number. So when you're vibrating at a low level, this person can tend to be very emotional, can tend to, maybe cry or go through depression, those type of things. With the number 4, this is someone who's very assertive. A lot of people who have the number 4 energy, especially if it's their life path number 4, tend to be someone who's in the military of any kind, or police officer, or someone of service, that kind of things. They can be also very straightforward or hard workers. When they're vibrating at a low level with the number 4 energy, this can be someone who can be domineering, controlling, my way or the highway kind of thing. Okay. And on a side note, the number, just like there's enemy signs in Chinese astrology, also enemy numbers in numerology. So the number 3 and the number 4 don't get along. So if you are someone who is a life path number 4, I would not recommend to date someone who's a life path number 3, or vice versa, or be around those people. Yes. So those are with those. Now we're going to do this over here. 1 second.
Okay.
So for the 1984, there's a number 22 there, which is a great number, another master number. Remember, we do not break down the master numbers, which is 11, 22, or 33. Now, with the 22 energy, this is someone who's great at building. This could be someone, and it doesn't have to be physically building, but yes, a lot of people can be like construction workers or, those type of things. But this is someone who can also build themselves up, build others up. Usually it's others up. Say you're like a coach in football or a coach in basketball, the big leagues, those type of things. You can build a team. This can be also someone who can like build an army. Say that you are like the head of whatever military thingy, that you're building up your soldiers and stuff. This could be someone who can build up a company, those type of things. Now, when you are that's if you're vibrating on a high level. If you're vibrating on a low level, can be somebody who can tend to be controlling, again, and domineering, but it's not because in a bad way, like they're, a bad person. It's because they're visionaries. They see the vision. So that's why they want to go a certain path or want to do things a certain way, because they see the vision of something, and other people don't see the vision yet. So to the other people, it might sound ridiculous. It's like, no, let me lead you because I know what I'm doing. I see it. And other people may not. So to others, that may come off as controlling. I hope that makes sense. But with the number 1, that's actually her life path number. Again, this is someone who can be the first in something. When vibrating a high level, this can be someone who can be the first in something, like the first person in their family to graduate high school or go to college. This can be someone who's assertive, a go-getter. This is someone who can be an entrepreneur or start something from the ground up. When vibrating at a low level, not saying that she is, this can be, again, someone who can be controlling. This can be someone who can be aggressive. This can be somebody with a lot of masculine energy, whether you're a female or a male. If you have that 1 life path number, you may be more vibing in your masculinity energy. And I've noticed that a lot of women who are a life path number 1 tend to date younger men.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Wow. There you go, Cindy. That's cool. That's really cool. Now, are you ready for the next one?
Absolutely.
So Martin here, he's kind of throwing you a curveball in a sense. He's not, because I'll been around, but he's from the UK. So in the UK, they put their date as day, month, and year, opposed to month, day, and year. So I'll give it to you how it should be. Well, I mean, not how it should be, but how it is in the US. So it's 11 25 1971.
Okay.
Martin, she's cooking the numbers for you. Tense radio.
Okay. Well, the same thing I said earlier with Cindy. He has 11 in his number. So this, again, can be someone who can be very charismatic. I mean, this could be someone who is in tune with spirituality as well. And again, when vibrating at a low level, they can tend to be very emotional or very sensitive. Again, this can also be someone who's very intuitive as well. Now, you 25, correct? The day of birth?
Yes, it is. 25 is the day.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so 2 and 5 equals 7. So this is, again, the number of the genius, someone who is very smart, very bright. Again, they may need alone time as well to recharge. They can be prone to accidents. Be careful on motorcycles, for those of you who are motorcycles but are a life path number 7, which he is, and he's a life path 9, but we'll get to that. But yes, but when vibrating on a low level, 7 can be very aloof, very closed off. And so that might be something that he needs to work on, or it doesn't have to be him, but anybody who has that number 7 in them. But at least they're very bright, and they like to learn. So for those out there who do on 7 days, if there's something that you want to learn or master, I would study on that day, whether for school or personal use.
Okay.
And now we're going to move on to the 1971. There's a 9 there. So we talked about the number 9. It's a very special number. Now with the number 9, not only do you get your energy from the number 9, whether the good and the bad, you also get the other numbers prior to that. They're good and they're bad. So potentially someone who's vibrating at a very low level can become dangerous because they're getting all the negative traits of their number and the number prior to that. And when they're vibrating at a high level, this is someone who can be very creative. And the creative fields can even be a genius because you're getting all the traits from that. Now, his life path number is a number 9. So I will say with number 9, again, the pros and cons, this is someone who can adapt easily to any situation. He could be like a chameleon, like he'll get along with these people, this type of group, and then a different type of group. But again, vibrating high, vibrating low. If you're vibrating at a low level, like I said earlier, this can be someone who can, fall into substance abuse or alcohol, or it depends on who they're hanging out with, honestly, because they get that energy from that person as well. But if you are vibrating at a high level, again, very creative, very intelligent, can accomplish big things in life, maybe even be a musician, like the 27 Club kind of thing, which, by the way, 279. So that's another one. But yeah.
That's great. Now, Martin in the comments says that he is sensitive.
Oh, okay.
He says,
well, that
yes.
makes sense with the 11.
Yep. He says, yes, I'm sensitive. So there you go. That's cool. That's cool.
And next year will be in the 11 year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Should we try to fit one more in before our next break?
I think so. I can go a little fast if we need to.
Yeah, fine. And then we can also, it won't be on over the AM 950 air, but it will stay online, the online portion, for a little bit after to get a few more in, if everyone's okay with that. And we are kind of experimenting with doing that longer shows anyway. Nicole, her birth date is 7/23/85. Now, do you want me to say 1985, or you got all that figured on your end?
Yeah, that's fine.
Good.
So
Good.
Work this out.
We'll read for Nicole. See if she has a life path.
She's also an ox. Team ox.
She's a what?
An ox in Chinese astrology.
Right.
Okay. So she is also a life path number 1. We have a lot of 7, so a lot of smart people tune into your show. Yay! Of course.
I could have told you that.
Yes. So again, with the number 7, like I said earlier, this is the number of the genius. And many people out there who have number 7, maybe they question themselves, because remember, an intelligent person's always going to doubt themselves. It's the idiots who think that they know everything. But yeah, someone who's very bright. Maybe she's very into learning things as much as she can. Again, might need alone time. Some people with 7 energy also struggle with relationships. They may feel like people don't understand them, or they are the outcast. So they may struggle with, finding a partner. And then she has the 23, which is 5. This is a fun number. This is a number of someone who may, well, first of all, they're the pretty ones, the number 5. They're the best looking ones in the zodiac. So she may be very pretty, whether she believes so or not. But this is also someone who can travel a lot. Again, this is not her life path number. Her life path number is a 1, but she has that energy with her. And that also makes sense to me because of the 1985, there's a 5 there. So again, whether she believes this or not, the 5 energy is still someone who's attractive. I don't know how she looks, so I'm just saying. But again, this is someone who can travel, can meet, have fun, stuff like that. But when you're vibrating at a low level, this is someone who can maybe jump the gun on things. Okay. I'm not saying that she is, but people vibrating on a low level with a 5 energy can be promiscuous. I'm not saying she is, but when they're vibrating at a high level, and I'm not saying she is. But again, if it's a 5, what's it called? Life path, but she's not. She's a 1. And then we have the 1 energy being her life path number. So again, someone who's very assertive, someone who's a go-getter, someone who's a hard worker, someone who may be the first to do something in her family, someone very intelligent. But when vibrating at a low level, this can also be someone who, is set in their ways or wants things a certain way, or it's, my way or the highway kind of thing. But yeah, so that's what I have for her.
That's cool. Nicole, let us know how that resonates with you. Why don't we go ahead and do this? So we have a number of people left, a few people left here. Let's go ahead and take our next break. When we come back, we have more to get through. This is a lot of fun. Thank you all for sticking with us as we do it, because it really gets a lot of information on people out there, and I hope you're enjoying it as well. We're going to take a break, come back and do more. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakun here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to theandersonhousehotel.com. Greg Bakun here. I've been talking for a while about how spooky, fun, and fascinating the Minneapolis trolley tours are. But now there's big news. The Candlelight Ghost Tours now begin at the historic Pillsbury Club, a beautifully restored haunted mansion once owned by Charles Pillsbury himself. Believe it or not, the interior is nearly 200 years older than the exterior. How is that possible? You'll have to come out and find out. Before or after your tour, stop by the on-site market featuring a curated collection of handmade goods, artisan crafts, and locally inspired treasures. Perfect for picking up a keepsake to remember your haunting adventure. You'll also find exclusive spooky merchandise from Tales of the Crypt and Elvira. Then, climb aboard the climate-controlled trolley as we travel through Minneapolis's haunted hotspots, uncovering ghost stories that locals would rather keep buried. The mansion is restored to perfection, and there is no better way to spend an evening. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets and more information. Moonstone Minneapolis is a queer-owned, community-focused gift shop in South Minneapolis centered on curiosity, connection, and self-discovery. Explore astrology, tarot, crystals, herbs, mindfulness, and spiritual practices in a welcoming environment for all backgrounds and experience levels. Located at 3304 East Lake Street in Minneapolis, Moonstone Minneapolis also hosts makers markets, classes, and community events. Learn more at moonstoneMPLS.com and discover a welcoming place to explore with curiosity and respect. Greg Bakun here. Like you, I love good, fresh, delicious food. So I want to tell you about this treasure in Roseville called Maverick's Real Roast Beef. Maverick's has the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had. Made fresh every order. Add fries or onion rings dropped in the fryer when ordered, and you have a winning combination. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has a lot more than roast beef, so check out their website, mavericksbeef.com, or check out their restaurant on Lexington in Roseville. And join me tomorrow on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun. We're going to have a conversation with ufologist Tom Conwell. It's going to be an interesting conversation. This is a replay tomorrow, but still, he is great, and you're going to learn a lot. Check it out tomorrow, Tom Conwell. And then we are live again on Friday with Casual Friday. Lots to talk about, and we want to weigh in a little bit about the recent article about the possibility of a suspect to the Jody Huisentruit case. We'll talk about that Friday. I have with me Moon Girl-Mistress of the Paranormal. We are doing numerology readings, and this has been a lot of fun. I do want to point out Andra's comment. She says, this is great. Even just listening to the readings is fascinating. I'm happy to hear that, because these are fascinating. And you're doing a really good job. Are you ready for some more?
Yes, of course. Let's
do it. Bianca says, can I have a card reading? But she also gives a birthday. There's no card reading tonight, and but this numerology reading will be very, very interesting, I'm sure. And the number is 91670. I feel like I'm doing like bingo over here. She's doing her adding.
Bingo. You know, ironically, I hate math, and I'm a numerologist.
We're making you do it tonight on the air, live.
Yeah. So funny. Oh, wow. Okay. So she has that 9 energy again, what we went back to earlier, and everybody, they vibrate. Every number has vibrating high number and vibrating low. It depends what energy you are vibrating at. So with the 9, like I said earlier, this is like a number of also like completion or coming to a completion, and she can very much adapt to any situation. She can, be with one certain group and then be with another group, and then she'll mingle right. I would say for those who have a tendency to dabble in substance abuse, I'd be careful hanging around with people like that, because you're going to fall into that. But if you're vibrating at a high level, they can be very creative, very intelligent. They can accomplish a lot of things. A lot of musicians or a lot of people in the entertainment business are actually a life path number 9. And like I said earlier, you will get all the energy, the good and bad, from your number and the numbers prior to yours. Then we have with the 16-7, again, another very smart lady. Again, she might need alone time to recharge. She also may struggle with relationships. Again, if you are vibrating at a low level. But again, someone who can accomplish a lot of things, being smart. With the 9 and 7 there, I mean, I feel like she's very intelligent. And then with the 1970, what's it called? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I even do this? Excuse me.
No problem.
Yes, 8. 8, that's the number of karma, and the number of money. So when you have this number 8 in your reading, numerology reading, some people they could do something wrong, and maybe they get karma later on in life, or maybe they never get it, maybe in the next life. But this is someone who, if she were to do something wrong, she would get karma right away. Does that make sense? It's the infinity number. So not that you have to live a holy life, but, try to be the best person you can. For those who have that number 8 in them. But again, that's not her life path number. Her life path number is a 33. But with 8, again, the number of money. So you know how people say number 7 is the lucky number? It's quite the opposite. It's the loner number. This is why you should never get married on the 7th day or anything that adds up to a 7, like a 16. But with the number 8, this is again the number of money. So if there's something you want to sell it whatever number ends up being an 8. So 8 or $3.50 or whatever it is. And then she has the life path number 33. So again, when vibrating at a very spiritual level, a very high level, they can be very spiritual. They can be the master teachers. They're here to teach others, whether they're an actual teacher or they're here to guide people. So, I mean, it looks really good to me, actually.
That is great. That is great. Bianca, I hope that helps you. I want to just quickly, Martin from the UK said, I would like to thank Moon Girl-Mistress of the Paranormal for amazing reading, spot on, and resonating on every level. So there you are.
Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you so much. Lots of love to the UK too.
Now I'm gonna want your help because you're gonna be able to help me get this name right. And I just being very honest here. The name is spelled L-L-U-V-I-A.
Uvia?
Uvia. I was wondering because the double L is a U, right? I mean, it's not like the U sound, right?
L-L-U-V-A is Uvia. Yes.
Uvia. Thank you, Uvia. Let's see here.
Rain. Let's
see. Where did I lost Uvia? I have part of her. After all that, I only have part of her message. Let me figure this out here. Oh, there we go. Her she didn't know her birth date, or at least the year she was born. She corrected it. Her birth date is 8/5/1978. And I just have to say, yes, go ahead.
5 energy.
I'm just really impressed how many people have put their birth dates, and this is incredible, actually. Wow. Thank you all so much.
Next, if we can get everyone's social security number and routing number, that'd be great too. Thanks.
That is necessary for accurate readings. Yes.
Absolutely. 75, correct?
78. My gosh, 78.
Oh my gosh. Okay, good. I'm glad. Let's go back just in case. Sorry, because I saw that wrong.
Yeah, just.
I'm sorry, Churn.
No.
I know went off the chart with that one.
I just don't want to give people that we're off the air with no audio at all. So I might just hum.
Okay. All right. So her life path number is an 11, but let's start off from the beginning. The 8. Again, this is a number of money. So she may get money very easily to her. I mean, that doesn't mean that you're going to be rich, but say, for instance, you're struggling. You'll always find a way. Say you're struggling and you're really down in the dumps and, you go outside and you magically find $10 on the ground, or you do a little scratch lottery and then you win $20 or something like that. So, it's a number of money again, but it's also a number of karma. So this is someone who needs to operate on a high level, like not go out of their way to do something mean to people, which I'm not saying they do. I doubt they do. But, this will get karma right away. Mm-hmm. So it's like the infant is forever, but yes, if there's something she wants to sell, I would say sell it that for $8 or anything that adds up to 8. Okay. If she wants to hit the lotto or do something, put that 8, use the number 8, especially because it's already embedded there. Now the number 5, again, people who are born with the 5 energy or anything that adds up to the 5, these are like the attractive people. Again, whether you think you are or not, trust me, you have that 5 energy, you are. So when you're vibrating at a high level, this is people who like to travel, who can have fun. Sometimes, they can get in trouble because they throw caution to the wind. Again, this is someone who may date a lot or have dated a lot in their lives. And then with the 11, very charming, very charismatic. People probably love her energy, and can be, again, very emotional, or things kind of, she takes things to heart kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's very sensitive. People like being around her. But yeah, it's great. Good for her.
Great. That is great. Let's see here.
Yes.
Moving things along here. Ready for the next one?
Yes.
Beth, her date.
Oh wait, you know what? We did not say her. Really going back to the 1975 25/7. So she's actually very bright as well. Move on. Now we can move on.
Congratulations, Yuvia. I'm happy to hear you're very bright. Let's see here. Beth. Now I lost Beth again. There's Beth. Her birthday is 9/28/1955.
Wow, I love that 28. Now, like I said, money, the number of money is 8, but the number of wealth is 28. But we'll get into that in a bit. Doesn't mean that you're going to be rich, not everybody, but we'll get into that right now. Let me see. So
you should get a calculator.
55, correct?
55. You get a calculator. When you hit the buttons, it like quacks. So we have something to listen to when you're doing your equations.
Right.
And UVS says thank you.
Welcome.
Got equations going on.
Okay, so she has that 9 energy. Okay, and what I always say to people who have that 9 energy is they're here to kind of stir things up in a way where things are kind of not kind of shady. I feel they're here to kind of stir that up. That's why it's like completions in a way. But again, the number 9 gets not only their energy, the pros and cons, but the pros and cons of the numbers before that. So yes, potentially vibrating high. This is someone who can be very creative, intelligent, can accomplish a lot of things, can be musically or creative inclined. Again, vibrating at a low level, you're taking on the other negative traits of the other numbers and yours. Be careful, but you're also able to adapt easily to, any situation, like a chameleon. Now with the number 28, this is a lot of people who are born on the number 28 tend to be wealthy, or if this is kind of funny, if you want to be rich, or maybe not even rich, you could just be well off, marry someone on the 28th, or marry someone who's born on the 28th. But there is pros and cons to that. That means the marriage ain't gonna be good, but there's gonna be money involved. So not that I'm condoning this, but to my gold diggers, men and women, I'm just throwing that out there. The marriage ain't gonna be good, but there will be money involved. To each their own. I'm not judging, but yes, it's the number of wealth. And again, not everybody's going to be wealthy who's born on the 28th, but some of the most richest people in the world are born on the 28th, or married somebody on the 28th, or their spouse is born on the 28th. So I'm just throwing it out there. If you're ever lacking in money, you will find a way. Doesn't mean it'll be a lot. It could be a few bucks here and there, but you will always find a way. And then we have the the 2 well, and then you add that, 2 plus 8 would be a 1. So it's again masculine energy. This is someone who is a go-getter. This is someone who's assertive. This could be someone who has been the first in something in their family, an entrepreneur. I would say with people who have 1 energy, just watch your temper. Also watch your drinking. Ones don't do that great with alcohol. They can, fall into that bad habit, but that's not her life path number, but she does have that 1 in there. Then the 1952, this is feminine energy. This is the peacemaker. This is someone who wants, people to get along. For those out there who maybe you are maybe not getting along with somebody, you have a fallout, reach out to them on a second day. This would be a good olive branch, and it'd be easier for you guys to work things out and make things up. It's a feminine number. And then her life path number is a 3. So this is all about communication, which ironically enough, Gemini is the 3rd sign in Western astrologies, and Gemini is all about Mercury and communication. They're fun. Number 3s are like the comedians. So she could really enjoy laughing, or she could be funny herself. Now, for those who
can I interrupt there real fast?
Maybe vibrate on the lower level, it's also the number of the criminal. A lot of criminals.
Can I interrupt? Can I interrupt real fast?
Yes.
We're running out of time in this hour, folks. Stick around if you're online. Stick around. We're going to come back. We're going to finish more readings for another 15 minutes to half an hour. But as far as our broadcast on AM 950, we do have to end that right now. Check out what Moon Girl's up to. Don't forget, we'll be back on Thursday with Tom Conwell and Casual Friday. Once again, folks, if you're online watching us right now, and if you want to join us, go to GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun on Facebook. We'll be back. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we'll talk soon.
Hi, Matt McNeil here. You're listening to the best progressive radio in Minnesota. It's
Do you enjoy listening to GhostBox Radio? If so, please consider leaving us 5 stars and a positive review wherever you listen. Reviews not only help more people discover the show, but they also keep us going strong with new episodes for you. I hope you're enjoying the show. Stay connected with GhostBox Radio. Follow us on Facebook. Just search for us at GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun. On YouTube, search GhostBox Radio and subscribe to the channel MN GhostBox Official. On X, my handle is at MN GhostBox. You can also see what I'm up to at ghostboxradio.com. Do you have feedback or guest recommendation? I'd love to hear it. Email me, comment at ghostboxradio.com. And welcome back to GhostBox Radio. GhostBox Radio Overtime, I think we can call it tonight, as we are doing something we've never done before, and that is we stopped our traditional broadcast, as we should, because we're only on till 11. But what Moon Girl-Mistress of the Paranormal is doing tonight, which is live numerology readings, we're going to go over a little bit. We are not going to go, let's put a cap on this. Moon Girl, what should we say? Another 20 minutes to a half an hour. Should we say that? Okay. And I muted you accidentally. So, does that sound good? And Adam, you okay with that?
Yeah, I've already set up travel arrangements for Square.
Poor Adam. He's ready to go.
Yeah. Like, no, you're not done. We got another 3-hour tour ahead of us. No, because we want to make sure people get the opportunity to hear this. We'll get through as many as we can. And also, I want to say that the hope here is that eventually GhostBox Radio goes to 2 hours. We were talking about that, and so we are testing the waters, and we are seeing just how this goes, and we are also monitoring how many people are joining us or whatever else. So please stick around if you want to see this and you want to see more of this. Please stick around. I interrupted you during Beth's reading, and I apologize for that. And I don't. If you remember where you left off, that's great. But I apologize for that because we needed to get out. But was there anything else you wanted to say about Beth and her reading, her birth date? was
Yes.
9/28, 1955.
Yes, her life path number was a 3. So again, this is the number of communication. I would also, since her life path number is a 3, I would not marry or date someone who is a life path number 4 because there could be conflict. So
Okay.
just throwing it out there.
Okay. All right, there you go, Beth. I hope that was helpful for you. We move on now to Aurora. Aurora, her birth date is 9/23/1974.
A lot of 9s. $74, correct?
It is 74 exactly.
Okay, perfect. So again, the 9 energy, I don't know, we keep repeating this, but a lot of people have that, this tonight, a lot of people have the number 9 on them. Yeah. So again, this is a number where it's a number like of completion. This is a number that can also get all the energy, the good and bad of its number and the previous numbers. Like I said, the good and bad. So again, can be very creative, can accomplish a lot of things, can be very intelligent, can be someone who is also like the first in something as well, or they tend to stick out a bit. They're like chameleons. They can, change. Not someone who just changes personality, but you just adapt easily to things. Mm-hmm. If you are vibrating at a low level, they can tend, a lot of them, to fall under substance abuse, or can be very codependent on things or people. Again, this is if you are vibrating at a low level. And someone with the 9 energy, again, if they are very vibrating at a very low level, they can potentially be dangerous because they get the bad traits from them and the other numbers. Then the 23, we have 5. So this is, the number of travel. This is the number of beauty. A lot of people born with this number are attractive and they like to travel. They get bored easily, so they need to do things. Okay. They got to do things. This could be somebody who maybe, had suitors or maybe dated a lot back in the day, or whether they wanted to or not. Then we have the 3 there. So this is the number of communication. This is someone who needs to speak up, or they'll feel comfortable speaking up, I guess, or they have things to say. But with the 9 energy and the 3 being there, this could be like they have things to say, but maybe they're don't want to say it because of the 9. But again, this is someone who can be very funny when vibrating at a high level. This is also the number of the criminal when vibrating at a low level. But her life path number is an 8, the number of karma and the number of money. So like I said previously, you can't really get away with doing bad things with the number 8 if it's your life path, because you can karma rather quickly. But this is the number of money. So again, she wants to, sell things, do it with number 8, or she can just have that number 8 energy. When we're on 8 days, if you are someone who does gamble, that's the day to do it. If you want to sell things, that's the day to do it as well.
Okay. Very cool. Aurora, I hope that was helpful for you. Let's see here. Moving right along. Our dear friend Joshua, his birth date, 9/5/1971.
Oh my goodness. That's like the theme, 9, 5, 7.
It really is.
Should I keep saying it?
Yeah, you just keep. We should just play a recording of you saying it, and it might,
I know. I mean, should I say it again, or was that because we literally just said it?
We literally just said it. Yeah, you literally said it. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, never realized how many of the listeners and viewers we have are born
Wow.
either July or September.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes. So maybe we should go straight to their life path number, because I just said the same thing, so we can get more people's numbers.
Good.
So I'm going to skip to your life path completely. It's a number 5. So again, this is someone who needs stimulation. This is someone who can get bored easily. Maybe they traveled a lot in their, in their earlier life. But yes, I think that they need to get out there. So again, traveling's of significance. This is someone, again, who may be attractive. A lot of 5s, or anybody who's born that adds up to a 5, 23, whatever, they're the most good-looking ones. I would say they can get in trouble, especially in their early years, because they can't throw caution to the wind and they just wing things. And these are people who tend to date a lot, or they had suitors at least, even if they didn't date. But it's still a really fun number. If you move into a house or an apartment, wherever, and it adds to a 5, this is a fun house. There would be a lot of people living there, or like coming over and stuff like that. Because remember, it also is the number where you live, and the vehicles and everything. You can go through so much with numerology and Chinese astrology.
You use the term suitor. What are you, from the 1860s? What? I haven't heard anyone ever. I see it on TV. I've never heard anyone actually say it in real life. That's great. I love that. Suitors. Do you have any suitors?
Well, this old broad just did.
Yeah. Well, we'll go to the parlor room, and yeah, that's great.
Yes.
All right. All right. Who do we have next? Let's see. Going through Miss Jennifer Lee. She would like a reading, and her birth date is 3/1/69.
No 5s. Woo! No 7s, because 9s are going to the same ones. I'm like, there's other numbers we need to get to, guys. Okay, so her life path number is a 11, but let's jump to the month. So number 3, again, number of communication. Okay, so people who have this energy tend to be podcasters, or people in the limelight who need to speak, who can be very smart as well. They can be very charming, very funny. But again, like I've said, if you're vibrating at a low level, they can tend to be troublemakers, or they get in trouble, or they can be, again, the number of the criminal. Again, it depends if you're vibrating high or low. The number 1, again, this is the masculine number. It's a female, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
Who are we reading? A female?
Yep.
Okay. Then the number 1 is the masculine number. Okay. So it's the first in something, a go-getter, someone who, can be headstrong, someone who can go after what they want, someone who, if they're vibrating at a low level, can be a little bit domineering. If they're vibrating at a high level, this can also just be someone who, is not afraid of going after what they want, and can be the first in something. And then we have 11. So we have 7 And again, someone very intelligent, very bright, who might need time to themselves, may struggle with relationships or needing alone time, or can maybe really stick out. Maybe they sticked out from people. So maybe people thought they were a little awkward or strange, but they do their own thing. Also, this is again, be careful with your physically walking, because people tend to have accents with that 7 energy. And anyone who's with a 7 energy, I would also be careful with motorcycles. So yes, but her life path number is an 11. Very charming, very charismatic, can be very emotional as well, very intuitive, empathetic, maybe even be an empath. But with the number 11, on a side note, this is not a good number to travel, because a lot of tragedies happen on 11 days or 29. So I personally try to avoid traveling on the 11th or the 29th. It's not always possible, but the risk of something happen is higher on those days.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. For those of you who are tuning in, we're doing an extended episode of GhostBox Radio tonight, as we want to get to as many numerology readings as possible, because we want people to be able to enjoy this. But real fast, Nancy says, Moon Girl is so adorable. Love your energy.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So moving on. Keeping the show going here. Let's see here. We got Jennifer. Dominique. She has put in no less than 8 requests for a reading. So let's get to her, so that we won't use the number 8 in this, but it's just I've counted them up. And she's probably on one of my social media channels and doesn't see there's a lot of people. So she's just probably like, there's only like 2 of me here right now. Why are you not getting to me? So her birthday is 12/2/2004.
Okay, so we have 12, so it's 3. So again, the number of communication. So this is someone who can be vocal. And the fact that she's a Sagittarius makes sense, because a lot of Sagittarius, they're like, we're large and in charge. We want to be heard. So they can get along with a lot of people. They can make friends easily. They could be the first ones to start up a conversation. Like if you're, you walk into a room and you don't know anybody, it so happens that this person has a 3 in their chart. This is someone who you could pick up a conversation with them very easily. So a lot of 3s can, again, be in communication, or they just simply like to talk. Others, again, very funny, the number of the comedian. When vibrating high. When vibrating low, again, like I said, it's the number of the criminal. They can tend to get in trouble, or their mouth can get them in trouble. They may say things, out of pocket sometimes, but it could just be in fun. And then with the 2, this is the feminine energy. So again, with number 2s, can be very sensitive. They can be very caring, the peacemakers. But when you're vibrating at a low level, you give too much to people, to your own detriment. People can tend to take advantage of you, or you can be a people pleaser. Say for instance, someone who you always give your time and assets, someone who's always maybe borrowing things from you, and then maybe you don't get it back, those type of things. Then the number 6 here is the number of home and family. So whether for the good or bad, family for this person is definitely of significance. And of course, to everyone, family is of significance, but to an extent. So something could have either really scarred you with family, or you could be just very close with family. And some people with the number 6, they need to be around family, whether it's their blood family or, friends that they've made in family, or wanting their own family. But again, with the number 6, this is someone who, if you're vibrating at a low level, you can give too much to people where people will walk over you. So that's something that you need to be, aware of. But with the number 11 being the life path, very charming, very charismatic, again, can be very emotional, but maybe gets their feelings hurt, maybe very intuitive, empathetic. But yeah, it's the number 11. It's great.
That's great. Dominique, let us know if that resonates, or how's that work? Jennifer says, thank you so much, resonates. So, and she was who you read just
thank
before.
You.
Yeah. Let's see here. We're the end's in sight. Let's see here. I want to make sure I don't miss anyone. Miss Nancy, who thinks you're so adorable. She has a birth date of
thank you, Nancy.
10/29/1960.
Okay, so she has a lot of one energy with the birthday 10. Remember, when there's a 0 behind a number, the 0 amplifies the first number. So maybe maybe she was what people would call adventurous or a go-getter in her younger years. She could still now. Maybe someone who just, they did their own thing. Maybe the parents thought that she was somebody who you couldn't tame. She did her own thing. Mm-hmm. Again, a go-getter, very smart, could have been the first in something. Again, with the number 1, they need to watch their drinking if they have that one energy in them. A lot of ones tend to struggle with alcohol. So I wouldn't recommend if you have that one energy to drink a lot. But if they're vibrating at a low level, then yes, they can be aggressive. They can be domineering. They can be someone who is set in their ways. But normally with ones, again, if they're vibrating at a high level, this is good. This is people who, go after what they want and unapologetically. Then with the 29, it's 11. Again, very charming, very charismatic. Someone who can be very intuitive into the spiritual, someone who can be empathetic, someone who can be very emotional. Like I said before in the other readings, when vibrating at a low level, this is someone who, may struggle with their emotions or how to articulate them. And then with the 1960, the 7, very smart, very bright, may need her alone time. Again, they can be prone to accidents. I always tell people with the 7 energy, literally watch where you're going and be careful when you're driving. They tend to have a lot of accidents. Now, another thing with the number 7, guys, if you have it prominent in your chart, unfortunately, people who have 7 energy, they also can deal with cancer. Not saying that she has it, but just I'm saying people in general, or had a cancer scare or something. But her life has 1. So again, someone who could have been the first in the family, someone who's not easily tamed, unless they choose to. But yeah, that's what I have for her.
That's great. That is great, Nancy. I hope that resonates there. I want to, let's see here. A number of people have put in the comments thanking us for staying on. Let's see. I think we actually got through everybody. I think I'm just double checking here.
Oh yeah.
So I think we got through everyone. I don't want to miss anyone out here, but yeah, no. And Beth said that it resonates, and Dominique says that it resonates. So yeah, no. Some happy people in the comments. It's a rarity, quite frankly. So we'll take
great. I'm happy to hear that.
Before we let everyone go, is there anything that you're working on or anything that you want to share, or that you're just kind of trying to make your way through it all, or what, anything you want to promote?
Well, I'm really hoping that me and you can head out to Wisconsin in September or October. And that'd be fun. And maybe we can kind of do a little paranormal investigating that day or that month. I think that would be something that I'm kind of really looking forward to. So hopefully we can.
That'd be great. It'd be, we got to figure something out. It's long overdue. We've been talking about doing an event together for about 4 or 5 years or something. Taking a while.
Long time already. Yeah, I think that's fun.
Taking a while, but that's
yeah.
Can you once again remind people how to get a hold of you as we finish up here?
Yes, I'm on. You can find me on Instagram, Moon Girl-Mistress of the Paranormal, YouTube, Moon Girl Paranormal, TikTok, Moon Girl-Mistress of the Paranormal, the Clapper, Moon Girl Paranormal, which I'm not really on, but hey, it's there. Most of the social media is Moon Girl-Mistress of the Paranormal if you want to find me on there.
Absolutely.
And feel free to book a reading if you like, because we can go more in depth. Remember, this is just your life path, but there's so many other numerology readings. So when you do book one with me, you're not just going to get your life path, you're going to get the other readings, and then we kind of all put it together as a puzzle. But I do a lot of plethora of different readings, so feel free if you like.
And folks, I hope that some of you consider doing so, because like I said earlier, Moon Girl gives her time freely to us tonight, and it's always important to remember the energy exchange, and that she's giving so much of her time. It's more than just an episode, and I would really appreciate people to if you can, think about repaying that in kind. That'd make me happy, at least. So yeah. Adam, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here. Need to get some coffee.
He's asleep.
Right? Yeah, no kidding. Well, we decided while you were asleep, Adam, that we're going to go another 2 hours. No.
Okay, let me go check that coffee upstairs. Hold on.
Yeah, right, exactly. And then someone can talk to you upstairs, even though there's no one else in the building. So
wouldn't be the first time.
No, wouldn't be the first time at all. Why don't we do this? What's that, Moon Girl?
I said the ghost.
Nancy said that she's going to be booking. I really appreciate that, Nancy. Moon Girl,
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to have you on. We'll have you on again. We're having some, we're thinking about doing something, folks, doing something with Chinese face readings. And we're just trying to figure out a way to make it smooth so people can do this with, provide a picture for Moon Girl to read without it, taking too much time, or, making sure that, we're keeping, people's privacy safe and all that stuff. So we're thinking about how to do that. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, Moon Girl, thank you so very much for joining us tonight. This was a lot of fun. Really appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow with Tom Conwell, ufologist, and then brand new Adam and I will be here for Casual Friday, all sorts of stuff to talk about. Everyone, we'll talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.